Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky.
Yeah, I swear I just filmed this video, but somehow it was not recording. What's up, everybody? If you're new, welcome. If you're old, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jerry, and you're watching Life with Jerry. I'm with the gang. I'm with the squad. What was you thinking? Before we get into the story time, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment, share. Follow me on all my social medias. Everything is down below in my description box. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Hey, y'all. I'm back with another story time. I told y'all I'm trying to get better at doing story times. I'm trying to get back into my story time bag. So baby, we here with another one, and this one is a delulu story time. Very delusional, very much giving real delusional, real like what the frick, real toxic. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, college was a time, like, I don't know how else to say it, but Atlanta is not a real place. College was not a real place. My experiences were crazy. I've been through so much in college. Like, I experienced some crazy stuff. Y'all know about my Me Too story time. I have two of them. I gave y'all one. I might be ready to tell my second one. I might be fully healed. I'm not sure yet, but if y'all want it, let me know. But I went through a lot in college, okay? And then I also put people through a lot in college. Honestly, I'm not perfect. So I have a lot of story times, and y'all know I keep it real raw and transparent on this channel. If I'm at fault, I'm still gonna tell y'all, okay? And I'm gonna apologize, and I'm gonna hold myself accountable. And if I'm not at fault, I'm still gonna tell y'all that too. But this is a delulu story time, and it don't help when you got friends that are delulu too, enabling you and doing the shit with you, like. But this story time is crazy. I thought I was gonna end up taking this story time to the grave with me, because I was told that if I really faked this, I was gonna get broken up with. But I'm no longer with that person. If you're watching this video, I apologize. I was young, dumb, and insecure. Honestly, truly, that's really what the facts were. I was young, dumb, and insecure, and that's the truth, and that's the honest truth. And I apologize that I even put you through that experience, but maybe it makes for a good story now. And it taught me a lot, honestly, truly. Like, back then, I thought I was very secure. I thought I was very secure within myself and all these other things. And this really taught me that, baby, I was not. But now, where I'm at now, where I stand now, right here today, real secure. But this happened while I was in college, long time ago. I'm not in that place in my life no more. I have a whole child. I'm in a whole different relationship. Like, I'm nowhere in this space anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we've all grown and moved on from this. And I feel like, why not tell the story? It's an experience. It's my experience. It happened. It is what it is. We can look back at it and laugh now. But baby, I was real delulu. A little background. My best friend and I were dating two friends at the time. They were both in the military. I'm gonna just tell y'all what it is. I was gonna leave that out, but I'm gonna tell y'all. They were both in the military. So I feel like we both dealt with some insecurities within our relationship. If I'm being completely honest, I feel like we dealt with insecurities. Like, being in a long distance relationship at the time, I thought I was built for it. I thought I was ready. I thought I had it in the bag. Baby, no. I realized this taught me that long distance is not for me. It's not anything I want to ever put myself through again. Like, I just wouldn't do it, honestly, truly, just because I got little demons inside of me too, and I just don't feel like distance is, I don't think distance makes the heart grow fonder in this situation, okay? It just makes the heart grow crazier. Yeah, exactly. There's another story time. If y'all want it, let me know. We catfished them on Snapchat and ended up making ourselves cry because they were entertaining the catfishes who were us. Like, what? If y'all want that story time, let me know, okay? The Lulu stories, for real. Anyways, back to this story. We decided to act like we got kidnapped to see if they still loved us, if they cared about us, if they gave any ounce of a fuck about us. I also think that at the time we both were going through a little something with our relationships with them. We were probably into it. Like, we were at a point where we didn't know what it was, like, you know, so it kind of pushed us to be dumb and toxic and delusional, honestly, truly, and just do the unthinkable, which was this. So here we are. And with the long distance, we would drive out there to them. Sometimes they would drive out there to us. I think at this point it had been a while since we saw them, so we were just kind of going crazy, honestly, truly. Like, we were missing them. We were dealing with our little demons, our toxic thoughts and things like that, and we decided, you know what, fuck it, let's do this shit. At first it was supposed to be a prank. I'm gonna be honest, it was supposed to just be a prank, but then my boyfriend at the time started telling me like, oh, if this is a prank and you were lying this whole time, I'm breaking up with you and this, that, and the third. At that point, it could no longer be a prank. I don't want to lose my relationship over this. So now I got to see it through, my boy. So let me tell y'all a story. I just wanted to give y'all a little background, a little backstory, like everything that was transpiring and just like a little bit about the relationship. So this particular day, I think it had been a while since we all spoke to each other. Like they were kind of MIA a little bit, and we were like, what the fuck, like what's going on? Like, because even when they be working and stuff, they always make time to talk to us, text us and things like that. Plus I think we had just both had little arguments within our relationship, so we were kind of in a point of like feeling a type of way, you know what I mean? So we were sitting there and we just kind of, I don't even know who brought the idea up, who came up with the idea. It might have been me, I'm not sure, but the idea came up like, let's say we got kidnapped. And listen, I don't condone this whatsoever, because especially during this time, especially in Georgia, sex trafficking, human trafficking, kidnapping, a lot of stuff was like really transpiring. Like a lot of this stuff was really happening to people, and it's not nothing for us to make a joke out of or a mockery out of. And that was not the point. Like we were just kind of real being insecure and delusional and toxic, honestly, truly. And that is the place we were at in our lives at that point. We probably both would never do nothing like this ever again, especially now at this point in our life. But it happened. We did it. We were young, dumb, and delusional. Honestly, truly. I'm gonna keep saying it because we were. So yeah, and toxic. You could probably throw toxic in there too. That's fine. Throw it in there, whatever. So the idea came up like, let's tell them. I was about to say catfish. That's a whole nother story. But anyways, the idea came up like, let's act like we got kidnapped. So now we brainstorming, how are we gonna do this? Like we have to make sure they believe it, that it's believable, they really feel like this happened. So one of our other close friends we were living with at the time as well, we were like, you're gonna have to text them. Like you're gonna have to tell them you have not heard from us, this, that, and the third. Like you're gonna have to help play it up, because we're about to turn our location off. We're about to go cold turkey and stop responding. We also had to set the play, you know, and start setting the trap. So we told them we were about to go catch an Uber to go get some food. I think that's what we said, was go get some food. We were about to go catch an Uber, try to go get some food, come back home. That was the plan. So yeah, that's what we told them, set the play. We told them we'll be right back, we'll talk to them along the way and things like that. But realistically, after we told them that, we turned our phones off for real. Well, not really our phones off, but we turned our location off and stopped responding to them. Then after a while, they were just texting us, but not like too much, you know what I mean? Like they were texting us, we wasn't responding, and I'm pretty sure they were probably just waiting on a response, thinking like, okay, they're probably busy or their phone died or something, like they'll text me when they get home or when they have time. So being that they weren't really being hella pushy about the situation, we were like, yeah, we got to set the play a little more. We got to really put the plan into motion, because right now it's a little dry, it need a little seasoning. So we told our friend, we was like, okay, it's time to call in for reinforcements. You're gonna have to start texting them and telling them like, hey, since they left, haven't heard from them, their location is off, I'm getting word, it's been hours. Because at this point it's been hours. So we were like, you're gonna have to set the play. So she starts texting them. At first, I don't really think that they were believing it for real. They were just probably like, whatever, like, why is she texting me? They're probably playing a prank. I did YouTube real heavy. I was just blowing up on my channel at the time. So, you know, my boyfriend at the time already knew what it was. We had a couples channel as well, so I'm pretty sure he probably was thinking like, oh, it's a prank, she's not serious, like, you know, she's just trying to have her friend play it off for her so she could get a good video, you know. Like I don't think he was thinking like it was a serious thing. So he was just kind of like, you know, like, oh, she'll probably text you soon, she'll probably call you soon or whatever. Couple more hours go by. I think he's actually starting to get worried now, because it's like, bro, her friend really keeps saying she hasn't heard from her, I haven't heard from her, he hasn't heard from her, like what's going on? So he starts calling my mom. He texts my friend and was like, I'm finna call her mom. And he texts my phone, because I wasn't texting back, but he was still texting and calling me. He was like, I'm finna call your mama. So I called my mom. I try to beat him to the gun, and then I tell my friend to call her mom. So I call my mom and I'm like, if blank calls you, don't answer the phone. We're playing a prank on him for YouTube. I had to lie to her so she would do it, because my mom is very like compassionate and like just very caring and sweet, and she don't be wanting me to do crazy shit. She does not condone the delusional, toxic antics whatsoever. She would tell me, no, I'm not doing it, I'm not taking part, I'm not doing it, like you're on your own, like I'm not taking no parts, like he don't deserve that, basically. Like she keep it real, like for real. So I had to lie to her too, shit. I had to tell her like, sis, I need you to go ahead, it's a prank, we're pranking them for YouTube, like if he calls you, please don't answer the phone. and just let it be that. Just don't answer the phone. So she was like, okay, cool. My friend was trying to get her mom to do the same thing. Her mom was like, I'm not about to, like, I'm not taking part in this. She like, please, at the very least, just don't answer the phone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to tell him nothing. You don't have to say nothing. Just don't answer the phone. She's like, okay, I guess. Because my friend didn't really do YouTube and stuff. So she just made it seem like it was just a prank. Like, she just got bored and she wanted to prank him. That's it. Like, she didn't say it was for YouTube and stuff. And her mom just wasn't really fucking with it. Our parents are two real N-words, okay? They would never let us go outside and let our significant others go outside. That's just what it is. So yeah, so then he keeps calling her, keeps calling my mom, keeps calling my mom, keeps calling my mom. And I think she was getting fed up, like, bro, he's blowing me up. Like, I think this is serious. You need to just go ahead and tell him what it is. She was like, I'm finna just tell him that I talked to you and you're joking. I said, no, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I was like, okay, you can talk to him, but just tell him you haven't heard from me or nothing. I'm just going a little bit longer on the prank, and then I'm gonna tell him that it's a prank. That's what I'm telling my mom. Like, I'm just doing it for a little bit longer, then I'm gonna let him know, like, it's a prank. I'm just joking. Hee hee ha ha. Kiki. So just tell him you haven't heard from him, and if he calls you again after that, just don't answer. You know, like, let it be. I'm gonna tell him. That's what I had to tell her so she wouldn't ruin what's going on at the time. And then my friend's mom was like, damn, he keep blowing me up. My friend tried to get her mom to say the same thing, but her mom was like, I'm not partaking in these shenanigans whatsoever. Like, you're literally on your own. The best I can do is just not answer the phone. So she's like, okay, well, continue to just not answer the phone. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to answer the phone. Just let it be that. So then I think because my mom said that she hasn't heard from me either, and he knows, like, oh, her and her mom are really close. Like, you know, she talks to her mom all the time. She be hanging up the phone on me to talk to her mama. Like, he already knew the relationship my mom and I had. So with her not even talking to me, not having my location, nothing like that, seeing that, and all, her saying the same thing basically that our friend was saying, now he's actually starting to get worried, you know? And now it's like, okay, shit, our plan's really emotional. Oh, fuck, okay. Like, we kikiing, like, thinking it's funny, but it's really not funny. Like, this is not something you should put somebody through whatsoever. But we was kikiing, I'm not gonna lie. We was laughing and shit. Like, we was like, oh, shit. Like, oh, shit. They believing it. Oh, shit. Because at this point, they started blowing our phones up way more. Start calling us, texting us, hella shit. Like, and we're like, oh, shit. Like, they're actually believing this shit now. Oh, fuck. Like, the plan is really, oh shit, the plan is really in motion. Like, we're really doing this, what the fuck. So we're like, oh shit. So then he starts texting me, if you're joking, if this is a joke, if this is a prank, I'm breaking up with you. I can't believe you would do this, if it's real, oh my gosh. Like, I'm finna call the police, this and the third. And I'm just like, bro, this man don't know if he want to be mad at me, break up with me, or be caring for me. Like, what the fuck? So then I'm telling my friend, like, he talking about he about to break up with me. I'm like, we cannot no longer tell them this is a prank. Like, we're in it now. We got to see this through. Like, we have to go to the grave with this one. Like, we cannot get broken up with, you know? And I'm like, so now we got to figure out what our story is. We have to figure out our story from point A to B. When we left this house to when we got back in the house, what is T? What happened? What really went down? You know what I mean? And we have to make it so believable. We cannot miss a detail. We cannot miss a beat. You can't say one different thing to me. Like, we have to be on our 10 with this one because our relationships are on the line at this point. And so now we calling our other friends. We at the house with our friends trying to figure out a story, like what sounds real, what sounds believable, what sounds like it could have really happened. You know what I mean? Gosh, we're so delusional and toxic. This shit is crazy. I would never do no shit like this ever again though. For real. Like, if I'm ever this toxic or this delusional or this insecure to do this shit, I just probably should go focus on myself and healing, which I did after this. Okay, I'm in a way better space now. Like, I'm so better now. But like, bro, this is some shit for real. This is really some shit. So we come up with a little story or whatever. We still let a couple more hours go by just to let it really set in stone, give it some time for the story to really make sense. Like, okay, they did have time to do this, and this. Like, you know what I mean? We got to make the time frame match. So then we finally like turn our location on and stuff, and I start texting him like, oh my fucking gosh, we literally just got fucking kidnapped. Like, I'm like, we're both texting the same thing though. Like, you know, we're like, oh my gosh, we literally just got fucking kidnapped. Our Uber driver literally just tried to kidnap us. We just had to literally break out. Like, we just had to fight this Uber driver off and go through so much to even get back home. Like, it's just been a lot. It's been a time. I'm so shaken up. I'm so shook. Like, I can't believe I just experienced this. Like, we're really giving them the whole rundown. We're like, so we basically called an Uber. And you know, when we get in Ubers, this is real shit though, like when we used to get in Ubers, we would always check if child lock is on or off, because we heard so many stories all the time, you know, so we incorporated that into this little lie. So we was like, we got in an Uber and forgot to check if child lock was on or off like we usually do. We were like, we didn't really think nothing of it, we're just gonna get food, like it is what it is, you know. Then we noticed like the Uber driver's not going where the GPS is going, so we start trying to figure out like if the door can unlock or not. Come to find out, child lock is on, because the car is unlocked but the door is not opening, you know, child lock. So we're like, come to find out, child lock is on, we can't get out the car. We start panicking. We're like, hey, where are you going? Like, you've missed the turn a few times, you know. And this is us telling them the story, by the way. So we're like, you missed the turn a few times, like you're not going the right way, you're going somewhere else. They're like, oh, because we're not gonna go get food, like. And we're like, what the fuck, like, you know. So we start sitting in the back seat, like trying to figure this shit out. Our phones are dying and hella shit, so we can't sit here and call nobody or do nothing. Our phones done died. So now we're stressed, like we're like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Like, what are we about to do? So then I think we said that they had to stop to get gas or something. We were driving for a minute, they had to stop to get gas. When they stopped to get gas, we kind of like, in a way, fought the Uber driver off, broke out the car somehow. Like, I can't even remember the story to a T of what we told them, but it was something along these lines. We ended up running for our lives, could not really find help, but we were in a familiar area, so we just ended up going on a long ass hike, trek, adventure, whatever the fuck, to get the fuck home. Ended up seeing like somebody that we knew from college, and we ended up hitchhiking a ride with them. I don't know if this was the story 100%, but it was something along these lines. Okay, I don't know 100%. I can't remember. This was a long time ago. But somehow, some way, we ended up getting home after this long ass journey, after we fought this fucking kidnapper off, like all this other shit. Like, honestly, now that I think about it, we were all fucking young back then, because for them to even believe the story is kind of like off the wall, not gonna lie to you. But at the same time, with the shit that was going on back then, it's not too far-fetched, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like in a way we kind of related it to stories we've heard, but we also threw in other shit. So it was just like, I don't know, might have been a little far-fetched, but they believed it, honestly, truly. I don't know if they believed it 100%, but we kept our relationships to the point that they believed it to stay with us, so that was good enough for me. So we ended up telling them this whole little story, this whole situation that happened, or whatever, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm glad y'all are okay, that's some crazy ass shit, what the fuck, da 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 da, all this other shit. Now they're being hella sweet to us, like love bombing us, all types of shit. And I'm just like, damn, they actually give a fuck. Like, wow, we actually got our answer, what the fuck. And then he kept saying, like, after a while, for like a couple weeks, he kept saying, like, if that was really a prank, like, I'm really so done with you, because I was really so scared, I was so worried, all this stuff. And I'm like, damn, I can never ever tell you, like, damn, this shit was fake, like, we was at home the whole time, you know. And I didn't want to hurt his feelings, like, damn, I just did you like that, what the fuck. I should have just, honestly though, looking back, I should have just told him, like, it was a prank. I mean, if you're gonna break up with me over a prank, then so be it. Like, if you're ready to throw the relationship away over that, so be it. That might be gaslighting though, so maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't know at this point. But I honestly feel like I should have came clean and just told him what it was, like, and if he stayed, he stayed, if he didn't, he didn't. But I was young, dumb, delusional, and toxic, so I didn't. But that is what happened. They would not leave the situation alone for a while. Like, they kept bringing it up for a while, and we just kept sticking to the same story. After a while, they shut the fuck up about it though. But that's what happened. My mom was like, oh, how'd the prank go? And I was like, oh, it went good, we got him real good, ha 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 ha. But don't, like, I was like, but don't mention it to him or nothing, don't bring it up, like, just, you know, leave it be, because his feelings were really hurt, he was really scared, like, he doesn't want to talk about it, so don't bring it up, just so she don't fuck it up and be like, oh, the prank, and then he'd be like, so you lied, you know what I mean? So I had to play it up with her too, like, set the play with her, so she would never blurt it out and blow my cover, because I didn't want to lose that relationship at the time. But that is my story, my crazy delusional story, and that is what it was. And I would never do no shit like that ever again, ever again. I've lived and I've learned, and I'm just like not in that place in my life no more. I'm not in that headspace, like. But that was an experience. Like, we was really in that house stressing, really coming up with shit, like really going to town for this lie. That shit was crazy, bro. That shit was really crazy, I'm not gonna lie to you. All just because we wanted to know if they gave a fuck about us, if they loved us, if they cared. Like, that's some crazy ass shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. And it didn't help that we was both equally delusional, equally toxic, equally like enabling each other. Somebody in this situation should have said, no, Don't do that. That's wrong. Don't do that. Just come clean, ask them, talk to them. I don't know. But that's our story. I mean, it is what it is. If y'all want to hear the story about us catfishing them on Snapchat, that's another good one. Let me know and I got you. But I hope you guys enjoyed the story time nonetheless. I hope I gave y'all everything. This was a long time ago, so I tried to remember the best I could. But nonetheless, I hope y'all enjoyed. I love you so much, Jerry Gang. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Let me leave you on a quick, positive note. Beat your face, not people. Bye.
Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting